Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be making another shadow box, which turned out to be my favorite one that I've made thus far. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It literally took me a whole day to finish this, to paint the boxes and then to decorate it. It literally took me a whole day. I took like a little shopping break and went out to eat, but yeah, this took me forever. The video was super long, so I was able to shorten it to about 18 minutes. So I do hope you guys enjoy this. So basically what I did was I painted these boxes that I found at Tuesday morning. I just painted them blue, pink, and then like a corally peachy color. So that they're like 3 sizes, which looks really cool when you glue them together because it kind of looks like a little tower. And I really enjoy how this turned out. So basically I was in a mermaid swap, cat's mermaid swap, and I had created a shadow box for her, and it was just so beautiful. I couldn't get myself to let it go, but I had to, so I decided to make myself one. So this is quite similar to what I made for her. Hers was a little bit smaller. I only used 2 boxes, and for this one I'm using 3 boxes. And it is different, but some of the details are kind of almost the same. So you guys will probably see another video that's very similar to this. So anyways, right here I'm using a Starfish that I bought from AC Moore, and I'm using this paste that I found at Michael's, I believe, and it's like a blue one and then like a green one, which I really like those 2 colors together. So I'm basically just mixing both right with my finger and painting on the Starfish with that. I'm sure this is not what it's made for, so I don't really even know what I'm doing. I'm just going with it and experimenting. Then I was trying to put some of these flakes, gold flakes from Nuvo, into the star with some hot glue, but that ended up not working out and only a little bit of it stuck in it, but it still looks really cute. I love these gold flakes. I just think they're adorable. So now I'm just trying to figure out which mermaids I want to use because they all have like different colors. But yeah, now I'm just gluing the Starfish on the box. And you have to make sure that you get into the little holes of the Starfish if you're doing this, because they're not leveled, so they may not reach the bottom of the box, if that makes sense. So you have to make sure that you go back and put hot glue where it doesn't quite touch to make sure that it stays, because they are quite heavy. But yeah, so I'm putting the mermaids all at different dimension levels. So for the first one I added 7 layers of foam tape. For this one I added 3 layers of foam tape, and for the next one I added 5 layers of foam tape. So they all look different, like ones look more forward, the other one looks like she's more back, and that's what makes it look really cool. And if you guys are wondering, I will link the foam tape that I used down below. It's really good. So now I decided to put a little bit of hot glue in the back and just add one of these flakes, just to add a little extra something there to look at, even though the shadow box turned out extremely busy. Like, there is so much to look at in this shadow box. I went a little crazy, but I was just so in love with it. I just kept adding and adding because I was just having so much fun with this one. Anyways, so that little stingray and the seahorse are also from where I got the mermaids. I forgot to mention, but those mermaids are actually from a roll of wrapping paper that I found at Marshall's and Home Goods, and I just fussy cut them out of the paper, which is extremely challenging considering that it's wrapping paper and it's pretty thin, so you have to be very careful when cutting these and putting foam tape on them, and you have to be careful like just touching them because the paper is very thin. So it was quite challenging to put those mermaids on there and fussy cut them, but nothing that cannot be done. So yeah, I love these mermaids. That is my favorite wrapping paper, my favorite mermaid ephemera I've ever seen. I just love it. Love, love, love it. So I've been using those a lot for a few projects that I've been doing. So here I am just filling up a glass jar. This is quite a big one. I think I found this one at Hobby Lobby if I'm not mistaken. And I just filled it with sequins, glitter, confetti, pom-poms, seashells, sequins, basically everything. It just looks super fun, and all the colors that are inside of that jar match the shadow box. It does get a little bit hidden in the end, but you can still see it, especially if you're looking in detail. Also, I forgot to mention that I added that white spider web thing at the bottom, which if you watch my videos you would have seen in all of my shadow boxes. I always use it, and it's basically just a regular white spider web that you can find in any store around Halloween. I'm not sure where you can find some now, but I will definitely link it down below if I find some. And over here I am doing something that I never tried before. I am making a cluster of sequins. So I just put a bunch of hot glue down and then just dumped some sequins on top of it and took out the excess, and I really love how that turned out. In the end I actually end up adding more because I really like it. So I ended up making it a little bit bigger and adding more sequins. Now I'm just gluing the boxes together. And I found these boxes at Tuesday Morning, if I forgot to mention that before. And I painted them using paints from Target, and I am so in love with it. If you can tell, the bottom one is a little bit shimmery. It's like a shimmery blue paint, and it really reminds me of mermaids. So that was perfect, and that paint is from Target. I think it's $2.99. You can find it in the craft section. Now I am adding these embellishments from the confetti, and these are exactly the same as the ones that I made for Cat from our swap. I added those 3 pieces and I just love it. So I added that floral piece from the confetti. I added the banner from the confetti collection, and then I also added a little ring full of trims and sequin trim, pearl trim, just a bunch of different colored trim, which looks really, really pretty. You guys will see that soon. And I also added that spiderweb thing to the middle box, and I also am gonna add it to the top box a little bit later on. So I did forget to mention, but at the bottom, on top of the spiderweb, I actually added some pearls that I found at Michael's. And on top of those pearls and the spiderweb, I'm adding this little blue thing that kind of looks like mesh, but it's not really mesh. I'm not sure how to describe it, but it looks like something you'd find in the sea. So I thought it was perfect, and that came in a swap package from my friend Faithy. So I saved it and used it over here. And over here you can see that tassel thing that I was talking about, full of trim and the flowers. So I'm just gluing the little ring with the trims onto the flower, and then I'm putting some glue over there in the box where I'm going to place it. And if you're doing something like this, you have to go back and lift up the box and put glue everywhere, like behind the piece. You have to put glue everywhere that it touches the box, and make sure it's pretty secure, because you don't want things to fall apart, especially if you're sending these in the mail. I really do recommend either hot glue or super glue, because this is very fragile and it could just come off at any moment. So you have to be careful, and you have to make sure that you use a good amount of glue. Okay, so I really like how this was turning out. Oh my goodness, the more I look at it, the more I love it. I just really used most of my favorite pieces from Maggie Holmes collections, and I actually ended up using one of my favorite sticker packs that I have been hoarding for years. So that was a big accomplishment. You guys will see that soon. So I'm also using some chipboards from the poolside collection that I had found on Tuesday morning. And now I'm also going to be adding these hearts. These are from a Jolie sticker that you can find at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Easy More. They're just like ombre hearts, really pretty. So I just put 2 in the bottom box. I just love how those look. They're so glittery and cute. So as you can see, I'm just going back and forth. I'm not working on a specific box at a time. I'm just doing things as I want to. Like, I always craft like this. I do things all over the place. It's just how I work. I know some people do one thing at a time, but that doesn't work for me. Okay, so this is the sticker I was talking to you guys about. This is from the Crepe Paper Poolside, which is completely non-existent anymore. And I had been hoarding this for years. And when I tell you guys years, I mean years. So if anybody knows where I can find another one, I know it's a long shot, but if anyone knows where I can buy another one of these, please let me know. Because I love this sticker pack. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. I just love everything. Those florals, that camera, everything is so pretty. So I was sad to use it, but I was happy because I was gonna keep the shadow box. So it was still gonna be mine. It just wasn't gonna be in the package, which is a little insane, but you guys know how it is. Us crafters understand. Anyways, so now I'm making another 2 little jars. If you can see in the middle box right there, I made one using those gold flakes. I just put the gold flakes in the box, and in the bottle, and I really like how that looks. And to go next to it, I made this blue one with using like a bunch of blue sequins, glitter, pom-poms, everything. So here I'm just adding some tassel trim over there to that box. Just made it look super cute. I love it. And this trim is from Michael's. Now I'm gonna add this little cute bird from the confetti collection. I love him. He's so freaking cute. And I'm gonna add that floral chipboard piece, which is from the Bloom chipboard. And I'm also gonna add that acrylic piece that says hello. It's from My Mind's Eye. So now I'm just taking everything out so I can start gluing stuff down. And this is kind of the boring part. I'm just adding foam tape to everything. So I do cut out most of the things, but basically I'm just adding foam tape to create the shadows, to make it dimensional. And I added the white spider web thing. So now I'm going to be working on the middle one, just putting everything together. I just propped that little banner from the poolside chipboard on some foam tape, and then I added this mermaid. I just cut her tail off because you wouldn't be able to see it anyways. And then I'm adding these jars. I'm just gluing them down. I love these little jars. I think they're so fun to fill. I've been using them a lot lately. And I love how the one with the gold flakes looks. I didn't think I would like it that much, but I really do love it. And it was quite challenging to get the gold flakes in there because they are so light that if you breathe too close, they will completely fly away. So you have to be careful. Okay, now I'm just placing everything down using foam tape. Everything is coming together nicely. and I wasn't even planning on using most of these things, so I was really happy with how it turned out. Oh my goodness, I really love this shadow box. I'm just in love with it, completely in love with it, and it's even prettier in person. I'm just obsessed with shadow boxes. I think it's because I just love miniature things and I love doll houses and stuff like that. So I think that's where my love for shadow boxes comes from. But I'm just really enjoying making these. I think they're so fun. And they're just so beautiful and so unique. They never turn out the same as the last one, and it's just so incredibly fun. So you guys should definitely give it a try. It's such a good gift too. If you have like a birthday or something coming up, it's really a good gift. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I just added that trim from Hobby Lobby, and then the tassel trim is also from Hobby Lobby. And I added a little cute banner from the confetti collection. And I am almost done, but I couldn't stop adding stuff. So I added a little sun in the back there. I think you can see it now. It's like a little yellow sun. And I also added this kite, which is from that sticker sheet that I told you guys that I didn't want to use. And I am almost done. I do end up taking that banner out, the one in the middle box. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know if I should add it, if I should keep it there, or if I should just take it out. I don't know. I feel like it kind of takes away from the box. But at the same time, I do like it because it matches all the colors. So I ended up taking it out. But if you guys like it on, please let me know because I am so indecisive. Anyways, so I also added that little chair and sand thing that I found from a sticker on Michael's. And voila! Here is the shadow box. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up like this, and then I'm gonna stand it up and give you guys another close-up because I do have some pearls that actually hang and move. So like when you move the box, they move around, which looks really cool. So I'm gonna show you guys this close-up, and then I'm gonna show you guys how it looks when you have it sitting up. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like my shadow box. I really enjoy making these. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Click that button if you want to be notified when I post new videos. And I will see you guys on my next one. Bye!